Captain America, fuck! We're back! So hi and welcome back to Into the Cina-Verse. My name is Luca.
And my name is Nick.
And today we're going to review She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. We're going to talk about the plot, the characters, what we liked, what we didn't like, and we have some Easter eggs at the end, so please stay tuned till the end of the video. First of all, the plot. What did you think about the plot?
It's not that amazing, but it was entertaining, I would say that.
Was it?
With series like this, I feel that you don't watch them mostly for the plot to move on. Imagine like a comedy film, but as a series with superheroes. It sort of does that job.
But the question persists that was it in fact enjoyable?
As a whole, it was funny, but as a plot, I think it failed.
I didn't think it was enjoyable.
You didn't think it was enjoyable?
No, I only enjoyed the first two episodes and the last two episodes.
Yeah.
In the first episode, we get introduced to Jennifer Walters and how she transformed into She-Hulk. I didn't mind that we rushed into her becoming She-Hulk.
Okay.
Because she becomes She-Hulk in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, basically just like that.
We see her, like, what her relationship is like with Bruce and how she sees this whole kind of
Superhero thing.
as that new responsibility kind of. We
thing.
see her perspective on it
and
a
she doesn't
little bit.
want it. It's
Exactly.
like,
In the first episode, and we see that change in the last.
yeah.
So the comedy, yes, it's funny. I loved it when she broke the fourth wall. It was brilliant.
Especially
But
I think in the last episode,
the last episode was
With
fourth wall break.
just literally just broke.
Like
Not even Deadpool.
Jinx. That wasn't scripted. What were you going to say?
No, because like Deadpool breaks the fourth wall, and I was going to actually comment: does she break the fourth wall as good as Deadpool?
I was going to say as much.
I think she breaks the fourth wall much more than Deadpool.
Exactly. Like
Fourth.
the
Because it
last
felt like
one
it
wasn't
was
even fourth wall. It was like
6, 7.
dimension breaking fourth wall. The thing is, because She-Hulk breaking the fourth wall, it's a major part of who the character is.
Yeah.
So that was one of the few things that I actually enjoyed
Okay.
about She-Hulk, again, especially at the end.
Yeah.
But if we're going to refer to, for example, the comedy, it was a comedy, one without a story. It was a bland comedy. It didn't even have any purpose, kind of. It was just there. This was the first MCU series I literally didn't look forward to seeing.
I felt we were getting into the normal lives of a person. It's basically watching someone live their life. I understand where they want to show superheroes are normal people. Maybe it doesn't want to be that. How superhero films should be, it's changing.
My argument against that is that approach worth it? Especially when you're dealing with a product of the MCU.
Yeah.
The style of the MCU, every movie, every series, whatever, in a way, they are even at the slightest connected. With She-Hulk, like as you said, it's just entertaining.
There's no link to it.
Point is that it took 9 episodes to reach that link. Most
And,
of
okay,
the
that's what I mean.
episodes were like filler episodes.
Yeah, it's basically, I think if you could do it in 5 episodes, I think would
I
have
think they
been
could. With all due respect, I love Wong, but his episode was so extra. Certain episodes were extra, certain characters were extra. Like, and that really, it threw me off She-Hulk a little bit. Let's move on, talk about some of the characters. Obviously, we have to start with She-Hulk.
I do like that there was this contrast between she wants to be her normal self. A lot of people wanted She-Hulk instead. There was this conflict between these two like personas.
Like when she was trying to find dates. And
Yeah,
everyone
like
wanted
something like-
She-Hulk instead,
but-
which I don't really know how they would prefer She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Like she's 6'7".
And plus how would the relationship work?
I'm not getting into that. We saw
No
a
way.
little bit of contrast
Yeah.
between Jennifer Walters and
Yes.
She-Hulk, which practically I think there had to be contrast within the plot.
Yeah.
Although she found the transition much more easier than
I think because Bruce had actually another person living kind of inside of him.
But isn't that
with
how it
Hulk.
works?
But with her, she didn't have that, so it was easier for her. Bruce had Hulk that he had to overcome. She didn't have to do that.
She really went into it, especially in the last episode. Whenever there was either a fourth wall break or like when she was teasing the X-Men in the last episode, you can still see a little bit of Tatiana Maslany as well. Like, she's putting so much effort into it. Like even she wants to see this stuff in the MCU. Even she wants to see
It's
X-Men.
like she wants.
Like,
The
she's trying to
X-Men.
help us from the inside.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
It's like us Marvel fans have a secret agent in the MCU, and it's her. Like, and I really love that. So moving on from Jennifer Walters / She-Hulk, let's talk a bit about the antagonists of the series, if you can really call them antagonists.
Yeah.
Titania. And
We're gonna start with the word.
and from the tone, like I think you can know my opinion on her.
I did not like her.
With all due respect to the character and to the actress who played her, right? I have nothing against you. That character was so extra.
I didn't feel she did any part to move anything.
Like, why was she there?
A story, as the character development, nothing.
For me, the most boring episode. I
Her
forgot.
lawsuit of her.
Exactly. Because to trademark She-Hulk,
Yeah.
and she had her own line of
Yeah.
perfume.
Moving on.
Moving on, let's move on.
They were the main villain.
They
for
were the
her.
main villains,
With-
but due to her fourth wall break, they just
And it's the intelligentsia, or how the hell you say it.
intelligentsia. It's not that difficult to say.
The middle episodes was focused more on that, the intelligentsia. It would have been. There was an actual story, I would say.
The thing is, everything that hinted at intelligentsia and why they wanted to steal her blood,
It was so.
it all led to the final episode. Fine, but it all that crappy extra episodes led to that incredible fourth wall break.
Yeah, and with that fourth wall, it destroyed kind of the development that at the end was going to happen, but then it didn't.
Exactly. They risked losing the audience just to get to that fourth wall break.
Oh, Abomination coming back.
What did you think of that?
To be honest, I was surprised. I was thinking it was going to go somewhere else. I thought he was lying at first and he would come back
I really
as
thought
the actual Abomination, and She-Hulk has to fight the Abomination.
I really thought they were going to have a cool fight scene.
But that did not happen.
No. There are certain things that I don't like Marvel's approach to. And in She-Hulk, it's one of those. That you grab a great character, quite dark and violent, and you turn him into a joke.
Yeah, I understand
and
you.
this goes for two characters in the series. For Abomination and for Daredevil. Daredevil is supposed to be this dark, brooding, kind of violent character.
They changed him for what the tone of the series is.
He still remains serious. So when Matt Murdock is being funny, I don't mind it.
Yes.
But when Daredevil is being funny, I have a slight problem. And that's why I love the Daredevil series so much, because there is this kind of contrast between who Matt Murdock really is
and who Daredevil was.
Correct me if I'm wrong, right?
Yeah, okay.
But I see it as quite ironic, because in a series where feminism, whatever.
Oh, we're going to go into the feminism.
Right. I have nothing against feminism.
No.
Right?
Okay. It's
not at all. Like most of the time, they're right.
Yes. No.
Right?
What I'm saying is that it's a big topic to get into. So
no, but in the series, it's a big theme.
Yes.
And they go into it a lot.
And we're seeing this more and more in Marvel at the moment.
I thought this, what I'm about to say, right? I thought this before I saw the finale,
Okay.
right? Before the major fourth wall break and
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
Right?
Kevin.
So Kevin. So in episode 8, when we first see Daredevil,
Yeah.
at that point, I saw it as quite ironic, right? Because the character to save a series where feminism is such a big theme is a guy. Correct me if I'm wrong, hate me if you're going to hate me, but that's how I see it.
The thing is,
I don't do this feminist.
no.
Not at all.
The thing is that we have to separate is the way the directors pushes a story and a character development,
Yes.
and includes female characters and other race people in media. Marvel is becoming very inclusive with
Very inclusive, which is a great thing.
no, I'm not against it. I want more of it.
Female
And,
lead characters.
Exactly, female lead characters. They're doing it more. Great. But when it comes to creating development and stories, it's like they're putting them under the bus.
Suffer because of a bad story.
The actors might feel, for me that's fine. I like how it is, the story. They like how they're being represented. That's fair enough. If you like it, it's fine.
You're going to give the idea to the audience that, listen, this female character, we don't care about that character.
Yeah.
Like, look, and then like what they did with Moon Knight, even with Miss Marvel in a way. My least favorite until now are She-Hulk and Miss Marvel, and it's not because they're female characters, not at all. As characters, I really love their characters.
Yeah.
But how it moved practically, how the series moved on, right? It wasn't good. It's like they didn't invest that much into the story.
Yeah. I did enjoy both She-Hulk and Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
They were good series. I'm not saying they were bad. It's just that the story is lacking. Going to the last part of the episode is Easter eggs. So, I did catch some Easter eggs, okay, finally.
Yeah. Okay.
The one thing that I remember,
which is
when Jennifer's She-Hulk's assistant came with the beauty products as the
clause, right?
Clause.
Yeah. He was hinted in the first episode. A section in a newspaper, there was written a guy with claws. The first one was, and it's been hinted a lot throughout the MCU, and a lot of Marvel fans want this, that Hulk gets his own movie again. In the last episode, Kevin starts to explain, because we were planning to introduce this character, and Jennifer Walters say, leave it for the movie. We're going to get a Hulk movie. But what that Easter egg is referring to is the Planet Hulk, World War Hulk storyline. So we're getting all these new Hulk characters in. What I want to know, what can happen. What I read is that in the storyline, Hulk becomes too dangerous for Earth and he gets sent away. And he ends up in Sakaar. But then he comes back to Earth and he seeks revenge. Okay. So like Hulk turns evil. Another one was Scar, as we mentioned, and the Young Avengers. Scar isn't an original member of the Young Avengers. It's Hulkling. What I know is they're going to do Avengers The King Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars. The Young Avengers are in those storylines. You have to introduce them. And thirdly is Red Hulk. I think this is the biggest Easter egg I think there is. Fancast theory, and I think it's 99% certain. Harrison Ford. Jennifer Walters actually teased Red Hulk in the very last episode. Final ratings.
6 out of 10. It was enjoyable.
Right.
Just there is no plot.
For my final rating,
you're going to go lower for sure.
I'll give it a 5.
So that makes it 5.5 out of 10 from us.
Just on two things.
What made it for you 5?
Tatiana Maslany as Jennifer Walters. And Daredevil came back.
That is exactly why I did that as well.
Apart from that,
basically that's our opinions. What are yours? Please comment down below.
That's not how you normally.
I know, but that's how I am ending it.
Okay.
Goodbye.